Hello everyone, this is IFM here, and I am one of the directors of the POsimulator YouTube channel, and we are bringing you this Wi-Fi OU battle in collaboration with ProjectMoshPit. This was a match that occurred a couple weeks ago in the Smogon tournament against McMeghan. Now, as you can see by the team preview here, he is using a Sun team against my Rain team that is set up around a substitute Volcarona sweep. So right away I can tell that getting the Rain up and keeping it up is going to be extremely important in this battle, and that Politoad's probably my most important member. So as a result, I'm going to lead with Deoxys S here, because Deoxys S has a very good matchup against all of his team members outside of Fortress. So I lead with Deoxys S here, but as you can see, unfortunately, he leads with his Fortress, and I'm kind of in a bad situation. So I'm going to go to Volcarona right now and set up a substitute as he stealth rocks, which gives me a chance to scout what he's going to do and really get one free hit in on McMeghan's team. So he goes to Heatran here, and I just want to really break the balloon, and I'm also going for a little bit of confusion hacks here, so I go with the Hurricane. Unfortunately misses. He goes Dragon Pulse, and right now I'm not in that good of a situation because my sub's broken. He's still got his Heatran left. So I'm going to Terrakion here, predicting that he's not going to use Earth Power, and thankfully he goes to Ninetales, which allows me to start throwing out close combats, which his team is extremely weak to. So Fortress has to eat the close combat here, and I just go with another one, just get him out of this game and make sure that he can't spin my hazards away, and also once I spin it with my Tentacruel, he can't get any more hazards up. Unfortunately though, he goes Dugtrio right here, and bye-bye Terrakion, because especially with the halved defense, I'm not going to be leaving that anytime soon. So I send in Ferrothorn on the Dugtrio, because Dugtrio can't really hurt Ferrothorn that much, and I get my Stealth Rocks up, limiting his switching because his spinner's gone. He goes with Volcarona here, and thankfully I'm using a pretty weird set on my Ferrothorn. It's got Bulldoze, so I'm able to nullify all the speed boost Volcarona gets and force him to just go for the Jugular and KO my Ferrothorn, allowing me to send in Politoad and get the Rain up, and also, since it's Scarf Politoad, it outspeeds Volcarona in the Rain, allowing me to get the KO on it and put him in a situation where he has to send in Ninetales and get the Stealth Rock damage, and really puts me at an advantage right here. So I'm going to go Tentacruel, knowing that most Ninetales don't have any move that can touch it, and it allows me to get the spin up, getting rid of the Stealth Rocks, and really allowing my team to do a lot more switching than his can, because he has the Stealth Rocks up on his side that aren't going away. So I do the Rapid Spin, and he goes for the Sunny Day, predicting that I'm going to do a Politoad switch in. So here, I don't really know what to do. So I just go for the Skull, get some damage on Ninetales, possibly get a burn on the switch in. But unfortunately, he goes to Venusaur, and I'm not in a good situation. So I'm just going to go Politoad here, knowing that most Venusaurs are unable to one-hit KO, even Choice Scarf Politoad. And thankfully, he goes for a Solar Beam, which, thanks to the Rain being up, is halved in power, allowing me to stay in and KO with Ice Beam. And this is where it's very important that Stealth Rocks is gone for me, because right now Politoad's at 7%, and if it wasn't, I wouldn't be able to switch anymore and get Rain up again. But thankfully, my Tentacruel does its job, and does it once again here, taking this Solar Beam like a champ from Ninetales, and really just proving how vital of a Pokemon it is for my team. So he's going to go Heatran here, and I'm just going to start throwing out Scalds, because I know his last 3 Pokemon are all heavily damaged by it, or at least take a moderate amount. So I get the Scalding on Heatran, break its balloon, and he goes for the Flame Charge, just trying to get his speed up so he can try to get a sweep in with Heatran, go for another Scald, take him down to 45%. Second Flame Charge from him, and this is going to bring him down with this last Scald to within Scald KO range if I get a good roll. It really all comes down to the roll here. He goes for the Earth Power, Tentacruel survives with 4%. And I get a final Scald and get the 19% damage, and Heatran goes down, forcing him to send in Dugtrio and KO my Tentacruel with Earthquake. Now this allows me to send in Deoxys S. Now Deoxys S can basically one-hit KO the rest of his team at this point, because I forced him into a situation where he has nothing to outspeed it and nothing to take a hit. So go for the Ice Beam here. I was kind of risking the Sucker Punch, but most Dugtrios this game in this generation don't have it. But unfortunately, Psycho Boost decides to be trolly, misses on Ninetales, and I have to finish this game off with Politoad, just send him in. Good thing the Stealth Rocks are gone, or this could gone a lot different. So I surf on Ninetales, take away its health, and that's pretty much the match there. It really just turned out to be a pretty offensive battle. A lot of revenge killing going on there, and a couple smart switches on my part really opened it up for me to get Politoed in at the end and keep it in a situation where I was able to force his hand and get it so I had Stealth Rocks up and he didn't, because that was really the deciding factor of the battle. If Terrakion wasn't able to take out Fortress there, would have been very difficult for me to deal with this constant Stealth Rocks being up on my side, because it limits Politoed switching. It makes it so Volcarona's basically useless, and the rest of my team are all hit pretty hard by Stealth Rocks and entry hazards in general. So make sure you subscribe to the POsimulator and ProjectMoshPit. Hope you enjoyed this battle. This has been IFM here.